Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Thanks for your support that can help me lot of to make better for you. Today we will talk about our second part, active and passive voice. In this video, in first video we have seen that first part of active and passive voice where we know we have discussed that what are active and passive voices are and why we need them. In this video, we have seen many kind of active and passive voice sentences, how to convert active to passive voice in many kind of sentences. Let's start direct and indirect objects. In many sentences, we can see that there are more than two objects. In many sentences, there are more than two objects. Let's suppose, example, his brother bought him a cycle. His brother bought him a cycle. Take the sentence. His brother is the subject, right? Bought, absolutely verb, and him, object, and a cycle as well as another object. A cycle as well as another object. We can see that here what is main object? Him as an object and cycle also is an object. But what is main object? His brother bought what? His brother bought what? A cycle. What is the main object? A cycle. There are two objects, him as first, a cycle as second, but what is the main object? A cycle. So this sentence can also be written in two ways, in active voice also and passive voice also. This sentence can also be written in active and passive voice, both two ways. First, his brother bought him a cycle as first. Second, his brother bought a cycle for him. First, his brother bought him a cycle, and second, his brother bought a cycle for him. These are in active voice. Now we will change these sentences into passive voice. His brother bought him a cycle. His brother is subject and him as object. Object changes, subject changes object. He was bought a cycle. He was bought a cycle by his brother. He was bought a cycle by his brother. Another way to this sentence, his brother bought a cycle for him. A cycle was bought for him by his brother, or by his brother for him. By his brother for him. So we can change that in two ways. These are passive voices. We can learn that whereas given active voice there are two objects, then how we change active to passive voices? There are two ways. This sentence can also be written as this, like this, and we have two ways that to make active to passive voices. First, he was bought a cycle by his brother, and second, a cycle was bought for him by his brother. In here, he has an object, subject, and here a cycle as a preferred subject. So in this direct indirect objects, we can recognize the direct object and indirect object and change according to this. Now there are mainly four kinds of sentences. There are mainly four kinds of sentences that we can change into passive voice. There are four kinds of sentences that we can change into passive voice. First, assertive sentences. First, assertive sentences. Second, interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences. Third, imperative sentences. Third, imperative sentences. And fourth and the last one is complex sentences. Complex sentences. So there are mainly four kinds of sentences that we can make change into passive. We start assertive sentences. Assertive means that affirmative or negative. We can see many examples of assertive sentences. Ramesh paints a picture. Ramesh paints a picture. There is simple present, right? What is the passive of this? A picture is paints. What is the third form of paint? Painted. Picture is painted by Ramesh. Picture is painted by Ramesh. Second, somebody gives us award for our best performance in the exams. Gives us award for our best performance in the exam. So we, it is also present. We are, what is the given? We are given award for our best performance in the exams by someone, or we can remove it also. We are given award for our best performance in the exams. This is the passive of this sentence. Next, my friend is paying the bill. We can see that it is a continuous sentence. So the bill is being paid The bill is being paid by my friend. The bill is being paid by my friend. And last, Sita has called them. Sita has called them. It's a present perfect. So they have been called by Sita. They have been called by Sita. Let's we can change like this assertive sentences to passive voice. Now we will talk about interrogative sentences. There are many examples of this. How do you write stories? How do you write stories? And what is the passive? How stories? How are stories written by you? How are stories written by you? Last, we put comma. How do you write stories? This is the present tense, so we put are here. How are stories written by you? Next, are they playing cricket? Are they playing cricket? Cricket is an object. Is cricket played? Is cricket played by them? Is cricket being played? Because it's a continuous sentences. Sorry. Are they playing cricket? Is cricket being played by them? Why is Suraj making this box? This is also a present continuous. So, why is this box made by Suraj? Why is this box made by Suraj? Next sentence. Has Tom explained the matter? Has Tom explained the matter? So easy. Has the matter been, because it's a perfect sense. Has the matter been explained by Tom? Has the matter been explained by Tom? One thing we should remember here, we can put comma in last. It's compulsory. Okay. So third one is imperative sentences. In these kind of sentences, showing request, command, order, suggestion, etc. In these kind of sentences, showing request, command, order, etc. The two kind of sentences mainly positive and negative. Positive and negative. In positive, let's suppose open the door. First And second type, please open the door. Please open the door. What is the passive? These sentences. In positive, open the door, we use let. Let the door be open. We use be and let. Let the door be opened. But please open the door. How would I make this to passive voice? Please open the door. Please showing request. Please showing request. So you are requested to open the door. You are requested to open the door. In negative, there are two ways. First, let's suppose don't kick the ball. Don't kick the ball. The ball. Let, what is the passive voice of this sentence? Let the ball not be kicked. Don't kick the ball. What is the passive of this sentence? Let the ball not be kicked. Second है, please don't disturb Raju. Please don't disturb Raju. What will be the passive of this sentence? Please showing request. Please showing request. You are requested not to disturb Raju. You are requested not to disturb Raju. Okay? So this way we can make active voice to passive voice in imperative sentences. In last, the fourth number is complex sentences. What is complex sentences? Whereas two sentences join together and make a sentence. So, what is the process to change these sentences into passive voice? The captain of the team said, look at this example, the captain of the team said that his team would bring back the World Cup. We should make this part into passive voice and repeat the same. This is the process to change active to passive in complex sentences. What is the passive? The captain of the team said it was said by the captain. It was said by the captain that, repeat the scene, his team would bring back bring back the World Cup. What we done here? The captain of the team said that his team would bring back the World Cup. We should change this part of the sentence only into passive and repeat the same. It was said by the captain that his team would bring back the World Cup. Let's see another sentence. My wife said that she would call me back. My wife says that she would call me back. What is the passive of this? It was said it was said by my wife that she would it was said by my wife that she would call me back. It was said by my wife that she would call me back. So today we have talked about what are the active passive in part 2. In this video we have talked about all the types or all the kind of sentences that we can make active to passive voice. If you like my video, please like, share and subscribe my channel and comments also. Thank you very much.